Instead of thinking that, every action feeling like punishment, you're eventually just going to rebel against the goals. If you're always saying, oh, if I have to do this, right? Instead of I get to do this. If you just white knuckle yourself through the week and then force yourself to do all these things, well, maybe a month it's hard, but after a while, your great life starts to show up because good decisions, they don't feel like you're depriving yourself from something. It's you understanding that there was a meaning back to why you did something, and then you went out there and did it. So to shift it, it's to stop treating discipline as a penalty and just start connecting the action to the person that you want to become. The workout is not punishment. It's a vote for the man that you have, that you want to be, that has energy to show up for the family, energy to show up for your wife, energy to show up for your company. The budget, it's not restriction. It's your vote for freedom. The difficult conversation, it's not conflict. It's a vote for you being the leader that you know you need to stand up to be. That early morning is not lost sleep. It's protected time for the life that you choose, that you want to have. All right, let's go. If you're tired, not feeling fit, tired, just not having a focus, tired, just not having a life that you deserve. This is the place to be. I'm Jason Yarusi. Today, we are going to talk about discipline and just how that gets easier when the meaning gets stronger behind this. But before you do that, if you do not see that button that shows a check right there, it means you're not following the show. If you could go down there and just do us a super favor, just take 2 seconds, hit that, give it a follow so it continues to help get this show out to the masses. So when you think about discipline, it many times thinks about doing something or forcing ourselves to do something we hate, right? Oh, I have to be disciplined to eat better or work out, right? And you do everything to just fight that notion, to resist. You fight the alarm when it says that you should get up and get it going, get moving with your day. You fight the workout. You fight that hard conversation. You fight the work that you're supposed to do, the difficult calls. And somehow, if you can just keep winning every one of those little fights every single day, then you are somehow magically disciplined. But what most disciplined people really are doing is that they're not fighting themselves daily. They're understanding that you simply learn to have deeper meaning for what you're going to do. It's discipline. It gets easier when the reason that you're doing is stronger. We see so much failing, right? When you have something like New Year's resolutions, all these magic people have done nothing towards their goals, nothing to get and achieve what they want. And then somehow magically on December 31st of each year, they've come up with a plan that tomorrow they're going to start fresh. They're going to change everything, right? Nothing's changed. The mindset hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. They've seen something on Good Morning America or something else on Instagram or somewhere on TikTok that they should be doing something because this is what other people are doing. So this isn't for them to get in line so they can fit or be the norm. But the truth is 92% of New Year's resolutions fail because there's honestly no backing to what they're trying to accomplish. It just sounds good on paper, but if they do or they don't do it, there's really no meaning behind it. So there was a study published in the Social, Psychological, and Personality Science that looked at how people with high self-control choose to spend unexpected free time. And across 3 studies, researchers found that people with higher self-control consistently lean toward activities they consider meaningful rather than activities where they just seemed merely pleasurable. That's the idea of when you had free time, you get a workout in instead of you scrolling on TikTok. Now, this doesn't mean that you never relax or you never had fun or just never go out there and to enjoy yourself. It just means that when you have a choice, you choose progress, you choose purpose, you choose learning, you choose exercise, contribution, and completing something important that you can feel rewarded from. Very few times you feel rewarded from scrolling on TikTok. You do feel rewarded when you say, you know what, I'm going to get up early and work out. And then you do it. You feel good. Now, the research, it does not prove that meaning creates self-control. No, that's not it. We can all find meaning in the world and have no self-control and just discard it. But it gives you a powerful way to think about discipline. It's maybe that successful people are not constantly saying no to pleasure. We're just saying that we've trained ourselves to say yes to meaning. This morning I didn't want to work out, right? We had a long weekend. We were doing all kinds of things. Sometimes the weekends are fantastic. I love being with the family, but I have 1,000 things to do. And so today I started the week with 1,000 things to do. But The last thing that I knew that would make me torture throughout the day was not doing my workout. If I got up and just went after things, I would be thinking about how I passed over the obligation I've set with myself each and every day. And that's where my mind would have been. So instead of thinking that, every action feeling like punishment, you're eventually just going to rebel, right, against the goals. If you're always saying, oh, if I have to do this, right, instead of I get to do this. If you just white knuckle yourself through the week and then force yourself to do all these things, well, maybe a month it's hard, but after a while, your great life starts to show up because good decisions, they don't feel like you're depriving yourself from something. It's you understanding that there was a meaning back to why you did something, and then you went out there and did it. So to shift it, it's to stop treating discipline as a penalty and just start connecting the action to the person that you want to become. The workout is not punishment. It's a vote for the man that you have, that you want to be, that has energy to show up for the family, energy to show up for your wife, energy to show up for your company. The budget, it's not restriction. It's your vote for freedom. The difficult conversation, it's not conflict. It's a vote for you being the leader that you know you need to stand up to be. That early morning is not lost sleep. It's protected time for the life that you choose, that you want to have. The only time we think about missed opportunities is when it's too late to actually have that opportunity. When you're on your deathbed and you look back, right, and you say, okay, I could have done this and I didn't, right? But now if you look at the meaning behind it, you can stop asking yourself, well, what do I feel like doing right now? But instead you can start asking yourself, what would make this hour matter? And feelings are just answers for the moment, but meanings are answers for you and for your future. Name the action that protects. Don't just say, hey, I need to train. Well, say, I train because I want strength, I want health, I want confidence, I want years with my family. Don't just say, I need to save. Say, I'm putting money aside so I can build margin so fear doesn't have to creep into me every time I make a financial decision. You give this action a bigger reason and it outweighs the discomfort overall. If you repeat meaningful actions until they become part of your identity, well, then that goal is something that doesn't become this heroic decision. It just becomes the person that you have chosen to be. Because now the decisions, they don't feel straining, they feel normal. If you want to be extraordinary, well, you just have to do a little bit more than ordinary. You have to be the one who gets up and does it, regardless if you want to do it, regardless if you're thinking about doing it, regardless if you feel like doing it, regardless if you have it in your mind that you don't have time or you won't have time or you don't have the money, right? You find a way to get it done because that's what you've said you're going to do. If you want to be separating yourself from other people and you want to be the one who stands up and stands out in a crowd, well, you can't just continue to do the same thing and then think about, well, when's New Year's coming? You have to be the one that chooses to do the actions in the hard times, when you feel like it, when you're tired, when it's been a long week, when it's been a short week, when you have no time, when you're on vacation, when you are with family, when you are with others. You have to be the one that stands up and gets it done. Put forward every repetition because the more you say something and then you do it, that's going to teach your brain that this is what we do. This is who we are now. There's nothing different in your life than doing those exact things. So who's the person that's going to show up today? Is it the same person that's constantly gone back on what you're supposed to do? The same person that's canceled the things that had been in front of you that you know you need to do each and every year for a decade now that have not committed to your resolutions? Or are you the person who says, well, today's the day I get it done. Tomorrow's looking good too. All right, that's what I have for today. I'm Jason Yarusi. Let's do this.